So I wanted to make this video just to like generally talk about how Kaiju Universe is going, because it's like the game I think is making a big comeback, especially after after like rebalance waves and stuff. I think the game is like really making a comeback, so I just wanted to talk about some stuff. So first I wanted to talk about how the game as a whole is going, and it's actually going pretty good right now. Like for the longest time it wasn't going that good, but then eventually, with the recent updates since the Zerion update, and they rebalanced everything and they changed the prices of all the kaiju, I think it's really gotten better as a whole. Because obviously for the longest time, like, the game had a starter issue, able crosses were annoying, and just all that kind of stuff. But they're starting to finally make the game better by making newer kaijus cheaper, and I think what's going good right now mostly is probably the starter situation, because they made a lot of kaijus cheaper, and I think that has put Kaiju Universe really on the road to a comeback, because the player count in general has spiked. Like, what was the latest kaiju? The freaking... I have dementia. What was it? Oh no, it wasn't even a kaiju, just a freaking reprice thing in general. Like, it's brought in so many new players, and it's made it so much easier for new players to actually buy kaiju, which is great. And another thing that's going good is the balancing. Ever since the Zerion update, they just really made it better. Because obviously they made all this, like, they buffed everything. Incineroar's got the buff it needed, Morkage got the buff it needed, or Morkage, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting annihilated. Yeah, they just made changes that it needed to happen, and I'm getting annihilated. Next, the quality of the original kaiju is improving drastically, because we started with Incineroar, and that was, Incineroar is good quality, but it's got no sounds, and it's just lacking, like, a lot of stuff. But I think that, like, the original kaiju, especially ones like Morkage and Stormlord Morkage, are really, like, high quality, and they've really done a lot with them. What I wanted to talk about next was, like, rehashes. I think that they should stop, remodel the current rehashes, or even replace them, because they just don't fit, man. Like, especially ones like the freaking female Muta replacement, I don't even know how to say it, Orath, Abel Cross, just none of them fit what they're supposed to be, and I think that they should really get changed. And I think them choosing to not do rehashes anymore was a really good choice, because obviously they kind of suck, and I think most of the community agrees on that, especially in the Discord server. And I don't like them either, personally. I find them boring, and I mainly just use Morkage and Kaguryu and Gamadra and Kaiju like that, because those ones are actually really fun. What I think they need to focus on next is probably which Kaiju they choose to bring back. I think the replacing of Burning Godzilla was good, but I think now they should focus on making, not essentially better, but they should focus on making starter Kaiju as a whole more fun. Because obviously, like, they're not that good. They're of 2022 standards, and they really aren't that great for beginners. And I think that's probably part of the reason why this game is a starter problem to begin with. Now, I want to talk about what's going bad with the game, and the first one is definitely gonna have to be teaming. Well, I do think teaming has subsided quite a lot. Like, you don't, like, in old Kaiju Universe, every server would have at least a few teamers, but now I think that, well, yeah, it still happens. Usually it's just like the regular, like, ragtag third partying, but now, like, it's not as common, like, actual people who are willingly teaming and ganging up on you. It's not really as common anymore. And finally, I just wanted to talk about how, Cold Ball just, like, contributed to this whole Kaiju Universe comeback thing right now, because his video about the, like, opening up everyone's eyes, everyone already knew, but, like, just actually explaining it in detail and actually sort of experimenting with it and how bad the starter experience is right now, it's, like, we really have to hand it to him, because without him, I doubt this price change update. It was gonna happen inevitably, but, like, I think he really gave the final push to adding it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Like, there's not really much else to say. It's just like the game's doing good right now, and they're doing a lot good, and they're like healing the game, and the current starter situation is going a lot better. Balancing too. Like the game is, I'm gonna be honest, I think the best it's been since re-release. Because for the longest time, like a year and a half, it just wasn't going good. You know, people weren't happy with the kaiju they were releasing. Balancing was really lopsided. Incineroar was terrible. So I think everything they're doing for the game right now, they need to keep up because it's seriously helping the game out. And I think most people, especially in the Discord server, are really happy with the game right now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about.